What's up, my good folks? Sorry to come on this late. I was actually debating, like, I want to go live. Do I need to go live? Is anybody going to be up? Are we going to be up too late? But I just got in the house about 20 minutes ago. I'm like, should I? Shouldn't I? Do I? Don't I? I don't know. I don't know what's going on with my life. I don't know. So, but thank y'all for joining me. Like I got on my librarian glasses. Very studious. Like, you know, that book was due back 3 weeks ago, Miss Mercury. What's going on, beautiful? How are you? Tiffany, Beverly, hello. Ronnie in the place to be. Lamario. Beauty Biori strips. Get rid of those unsightly blackheads. What's going on? Kiki. Miss Jamesetta. Appreciate the love. Always. Thank you. Portia. What's going on? Giovanna. Haven't done any Christmas shopping. Good. Teresa. Good evening. Hey, you know, I appreciate the smallest to the largest, so it's all good for me, but I appreciate you. How much was those tickets? Just curious. Be knucking. If ye shall buck. What's going on, lady? Shy girl. Yeah. You know, sometimes I like to bless the nieces and the nephews. You know. Monica, good to see you. Solo Idolo, good to see you as well. Hey, DJ. We here. That's good. 300 a piece or 300 altogether? I'm thinking that's 300 a piece. I can see that being modest. I mean, we all saw the prices for Renaissance, so you know. Okay. How many services? Do he have multiple services? I swear my mama was watching one like a week ago, or something like that. Maybe it was a musical. I'm not sure, but you know, when you get them big names, you know, they'll have a month worth of services. They'll have the midnight musical, the clergy memorial, the layman's memorial, ass memorial. So ain't no telling. I'm sure it was fire though. Wolf Folks, hyphen Kimberly, good to see you. Oh, you ain't even got to tell me. You ain't got to tell me. Just tell me how many cash advance loans you took out. Joking. Okay, got you. Makes sense. You know, when you the dignitary, especially in the church, you know, it's like, okay, just lay out all your memorial outfits. You know, just have them ready to go. Yes. Tippy Longstocking is coming into my hood. Saying I wish a nigga would. No, 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 no. What's going on? See? Big names, dignitaries. You know, speaking of, I do not get Leandria Johnson. The girl can sing. The girl has a voice. The girl also has issues. Documented, founded, straight from the horse's mouth. I can't keep up how many times she done cussed out the church and told the pastor what to do and how to do it, when to do it, at what time. And yet she still is involved and embraced in the church and gospel community. It's mind blowing. Hey Corey, good to see you. Like as my mama say, a heifer can blow. A heifer can blow. It's more than a few videos out here saying fuck you to the bishops and fuck you to the pastors and suck my dick to the elders and definitely. She belongs. Her and Azealia Banks could form a gospel hip hop ain't taking shit duo. Let them collaborate. That would be interesting. Excuse me, y'all. Will there be one? What's going on? I was there another one. She right. That girl. Hey. It's above my pay grade. You know what I'm saying? Go share how much I pay for these new edition tickets. I believe it. There is no such thing as a cheap ticket in 2023. We just gotta accept it. You know, inflation from COVID, and you know, people still and I believe that these artists and venues and Ticketmaster, Live Nation, I believe they're still trying to recoup from those 2 years, year and a half, where wasn't nothing moving. I still believe they're trying to recoup that money. And instead of just kind of being like, okay, just let it be, no, they're trying to get that money. So everybody's tickets high, you know. Just, you know. But hey, it is what it is. I mean, you pay for the things you want to pay for, you know. It is what it is. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. And hey, Moni Love, in the middle. Where's she at? In the middle. All right. What's up, Poppy 5? Everyone's still mad. Miss Monk, blessing us with her presence. Thank you. 1 day, 17 hours, 55 minutes, and 35 seconds. 750 each. Well, we know Diva John is not cheap. 750. But hey, if you got the money, or if you're willing to save and budget for it to make it happen, hey, do it. I ain't mad at you. Miss Parker. Oh, Sugarfoot. I mean, Elton got a catalog going back to what? The 70s? Late 60s, early 70s. He got about, 35, 40 albums. So, you can't get bored. You ain't got to worry about repeats. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, he definitely got a catalog, and that's another reason why people didn't mind paying for like Prince when he would go out on tour, because you definitely gonna get your money worth. Showmanship, musician, singer, catalog for days. You know what I'm saying? Nah, dudes don't let somebody ratchet like unsexy red get out here and want to charge $200 field tickets. Bitch, do you even have an album? You got what, 2.5 singles? Girl, sit down somewhere. Have that baby. This sure ain't got water on the brain. Peace, positivity, and prosperity. I love it. Thank you. Mr. C, would it be like Taylor Swift tickets for next year for some friends? $1,000 each. Swiss, your currency are like francs, right? So is it $1,000 Swiss money or $1,000 USA currency?
My parents told me stop trying to grow a mustache. I told them stop trying to.
Nah, I can't. I can't give Taylor that much money. There's only like about 5 songs I'm a bounce to. You know. Appreciate it. Yeah, I'll try to provide some type of vibe. I paid $20. And that's why, and one thing about the artists, they are not worried, because it's been proven. What? Going back to Britney's residency, J-Lo, Mariah, Celine, Usher, I think I already said that. Then you got Renaissance Tour, the Eras Tour, whatever Nicki's tour is called, Adele's residency. It's obvious people are going to pay. New Edition residency, people gonna pay. It's obvious that people gonna pay, so they ain't worried. You know, Swiss francs. Oh, okay. So that's. Let me pull out my good old converter here. 1,000. I was right though. Give me props and points for saying it was the franc. Well, this is not too bad. So 1,000 Swiss franc is $1,153 USD. It's not bad. I wanted to see that shit. As your aunt say, shit, I go ahead and put on the CD and get me a drink to sit in the middle of my living room. Unos pesos. Oh God, y'all funny. See, now they are trying to charge over 150. Yeah, see now, because even like, we got what's the name of the casino? Not MGM, Motor City Casino. We got a casino here, Motor City Casino, and they have a separate place called the Soundboard, and it's like a mini arena. And they host some pretty good names there. And Shantae Moore, who I've loved since '93, Love's Taking Over. She's coming in January, and I'm like, I want to go see her. But even in the lounge within the casino, those tickets is like $150, and I'm like, but Erykah Badu is a good. show too. I pay to see her again. $200 for nosebleeds. And what's up, my favorite cynic? Good to see you. Okay, no, you got to be correct. If you're talking about the recent tour, what is it? Was it Raphael Sadiq presents Tony featuring Raphael Sadiq? Miss Sadiq, I need you to bring it down a couple of notches. It's not that deep, okay? You know, you got your accolades and your credits, but we not checking for Raphael Sadiq like that in 2023, okay? That's why you back with Tony. Let's not get too amongst ourselves. Watch the score. Fantasia. Taisha. Y'all gotta find D'Angelo first and make sure he in working condition, because he be having his moments too. You know, they say the whole sex symbol thing was a little too much for him. It was a little too much spotlight and pressure and stuff like that, and he kind of cracked after that. You know, but yeah, you gotta make sure he good. It's Langston. We ain't even 20 minutes in. We just kicking, shooting the breeze. True though. Shantae does have a catalog. I'm more so looking at the venue, because the venue was not that big. So it's like, you know, the ticket should be a little smaller for the venue, not for the talent, it's for the venue. You know, that's all I'm saying.
Check, kids.
But again, I don't knock anybody's prices, because they wouldn't have a price. They wouldn't have the prices if they didn't know that people were going to spend the money. So, you know, listen to this shit. I really like how you say Durand. I love his voice. Him and Avery Wilson. Avery Wilson is just a little bit, he a little too, he gives me just a slight air of conceitedness / cockiness. You know what I'm saying? But the boy can blow. And I like Mr. Bernard because he goofy as hell too. Yeah. Steve Mackey is no joke neither. I used to catch Steve Mackey would do something at his house, like, I don't know, like on a weekly or monthly basis, and it's just like a freestyle sing-along. He had Amber Riley and JoJo and whoever else is in the audience. I used to catch those on Instagram. Jingle bars, jingle all the way. Durand. Oh, thank you, Poppy. I can almost see that. Yes, it is Taco Tuesdays. Yes. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you. All right. Time for me to come off. Does Smokey give you cockiness? To me, he does it. He definitely be like, okay, these are my pipes. These are the notes. They are also mine. Would you like to hear me play with them? Don't mind if I do. Rebecca. But nothing, speaking of Shantae and Avery, when they did the Tiny Desk for Babyface, could have bought me for a penny. Them heifers was singing. Tank was there too. He didn't necessarily add a lot for me. It was Babyface, Shantae, and Avery. The gospel male version of Nippy. Like, that man ain't met a run that he ain't never took. He knows. He'd be like, hey, you feel like exercising? Why? Because I'm about to go for a run. Whoa. And yeah, just gives. All right, so live for Tank's voice and certain. Okay, let me ask y'all this since we am in a slight music mode. Tank, been out here pumping out jams and tunes and hits and beats for 20 years roughly, right? Man, yes. Do y'all think that Tank would be as popular as he is if it wasn't for his physical aesthetic? Do y'all think he would still be as popular and in demand? I've always wondered. Flat out. Like, I don't even know. I don't know a song the man sang, but he's just so pretty. So pretty. Did I mention he was pretty? That ain't Poppy. Nope. And a nope. And a nope. I think he's a better writer than singer. I forgot that dude man got some songwriting credits underneath his belt. She said, nah. Amazing writer. Okay, yeah. Because if nothing else, you gonna go to the bathroom at a Tank show, come back. Where his shirt go? Now I know he had on a sweater when I looked last time. I went to the bathroom, came back, all I see is titties. I know he had on a shirt when I left. He puts on a good show, but his physical appearance is so distracting. I can see that. No. Hey, Gianna. What? I think you might be in the minority, ma'am. Our Tank was everybody's type. What is? Oh, Babs. I'm about to say, what is his? I want to look up his writing credentials. Darrell Babs.
Fail to differentiate their customers. The results can be scary.
Writing credits.
This customer is full of shoppers who haven't bought from you in a long time.
It's been a long time.
With MailChimp, you can create highly personalized marketing. across email and SMS.
I'm just
Win back
curious.
shoppers.
I'm back, baby.
Turn lost customers.
But like I promise you, I just went to go blow my nose, and when I came back, I just seen sweaty titties. I swear he had on a shirt and tie when I left. I don't know what's happening. Right now. Joy, what's going on, lady? See, composer. Well, these are videos. I want his writing credits. There we go. Good to see you, ma'am. Oh, stop it. Like an old man blush up in here. Too late in the evening for all that. What's up, Charles Evans? What's up? Music career, discography. I just want to see what he wrote. This may take a minute. Ooh, never mind, never mind, never mind. You know what? Miss James. Okay, so do we want to go deep-ish first and then the tomfoolery? Or do we want tomfoolery first and then the deepish? Now let me know. We're going to do both. Just let me know in which order we want to go. As long as we get to the bush, I don't care the order. You know what, Poppy? Thomas Felicity. Thomas Felicity. Songs written. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Tank is written for Omarion, Jamie Foxx. Couple songs for Jamie Foxx. Chris Brown, Dave Hollister. Day 26. Rotimi, Pitbull, Charlie Wilson. Ronald Isley, okay. Ja Rule, Salam Remy, Marcus Houston. Okay. Hey, nah. All right, so I guess we'll start with the, as Poppy said, Thomas Felicity first. Where we go? Yeah.
My bag fries. We are here and I'm loving it. Shorty showing love. Andrew Carwell, Tiffany Fox.
How y'all doing? What's up? What's good? We at
Bye,
McDonald's.
Wig. Come on.
First of all, why does Tiffany's fur look better than Demonisha's fur. B looks more expensive than Demonisha's fur. And 3, Tiffany's coat looks more unisex and manly than Demonisha's. What is going on?
I'm here with Jazz and Zaya. How y'all doing?
Feeling good, feeling great.
Okay, how about you?
Good.
Good. That's what's up. Today y'all are winner hamburger dinner. Okay, so I'm gonna hook you up with that. You get a hamburger or a cheeseburger, and then it's a gift card. The thing about these gift cards is all of them got random amounts on here.
Okay.
So it might be 100, it might be 1,000. I don't know what's on there. But if it's 1,000,
I got you.
okay. All right. So you see how I just gave it a look. She didn't know how to say nothing. We here. Where y'all from?
St. Louis.
Where at though?
What?
What side? What area?
North side.
North side.
Yeah.
Big North side. And how y'all feel about Big Sexy doing this, representing from the North side and putting on?
I think it's good. It's great. It's a good thing for the community. So it's good to give back.
Did that hurt? Did them piercings hurt any of them?
No.
You a gangster for real.
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
I got a bunch of tattoos, too.
Do you like your mama piercings?
Oh damn! I thought that was big sister and little sister. I didn't know that was mama and ooh, child. I see. Child, I did. Ooh, wasn't ready.
Okay. All right. Well, there we go. Here's the truth from the home of the bag prize. I'm loving it. Hot 104.1, baby. Reporting live from the home of bag
Why
prize.
does this
We
nigga
are
like the
here, and
brat?
I'm loving it. Shorty sure love Andrew
Oh,
Caldwell.
she started smiling. It was cool they did this little toy giveaway though. Why this? Okay, first of all, do this hoe got on a tracksuit? Is it that damn I was about to say, is it that pajama set that he loved to wear? But no, look like it's got a zipper on it. He got on a damn tracksuit. Is it made out of satin? Is it pleather? Whatever it is, it definitely doesn't match the ambiance of this Mrs. Roper's Three's Company, Gilligan's Island fur. And why in the hell she got on her big masculine dainty shoulders like, you know, like she Whitley Gilbert? You know what? Whatever. I mean, exactly. Tracksuit and a fur. How atrocious. Wait, okay, before I go on. But at the same time, you got a fur on at McDonald's. Let that sink in. You wearing a fur at McDonald's. While Shorty got on a varsity jacket and jogging pants, this hoe got on a fur at McDonald's.
Hey, what's up? It's Shay Bay on Hot 104.1 with one of our contest winners for the Sexy Red Hood Hottest Princess Christmas toy giveaway. What's up, Sawaya?
Hey.
What's your favorite Sexy Red song?
Like her name
Okay, what's your favorite thing about Sexy Red?
Her style, her dress, like she from the north side, I'm from the north side.
Okay,
girl. I bought her a purse.
Again, I know you on a radio station and everything, but you still
bought her a purse.
Sure did. That's my bitch.
Okay, what type of purse you?
I'm here in the back like, hey, it's me. I work here too. I'm important. I'm a celebrity. I'm attracted. Tiffany is engaging, you know. Shorty, I'm assume he got maybe his arm on her back or something like that. You know, he engaged and the kids look happy. Then this hoe in the background, like, yeah, I matter. I matter. I was alive. I'm here. Look at my fervor. How do you have a hood rapper? You know what? I wasn't even gonna mention that. I was gonna say, you know, it's the thought that counts, and it is. At least they made her put on some pants. She ain't have on them damn 100 for $5 at the beauty supply store shorts she wear. So at least they made her dress up. She got her belly out, of course, but you know. Is that why Shorty look uncomfortable? But for real, he like, I'm here too. Just, I bet you he was awkward in the womb. Like he ain't never been comfortable. I'm here. I'm prettier than she is. My fur costs more than hers. My booty is fatter than hers. Shorty, who's that man on your arm? I don't appreciate it. Get him away from me. Yes, this is more the energy I like. It's all about the girls. Yes, I can bevel my knee. I can tilt my head to the side. I can give you this old sly, sexy cat grin. Yes. All right, Tiffany, you got 10 seconds to get your hand off my shoulder, okay? Yes. Shorty, why you still standing over there? Yeah, this was today. Station mascot. I can't. It just the jokes write themselves. Oh, that is PVC vinyl. You see how it's wrinkling up in the arm because you know it's moist right there in that crack where the arm been. You know it's moist, so therefore he heated up the PVC vinyl, and it didn't wrinkled and cooled off and melted in that shape. A PVC tracksuit and his great grandmama's fur that they probably tried to bury her with. And then when everybody turned their back, the fur was no longer on her. But all of a sudden, little Andy popped out with a fur out of nowhere. Oops, shade. Racist shade. Right. You know it's PVC vinyl. I can go wrap that around my damn pipes in my bathroom, stop the leak. Lined up though. Like y'all couldn't have a Christmas giveaway in like August. I ain't gotta be bundled up. Y'all can do Christmas giveaways around Labor Day. You know. We gotta wait till Christmas. A lot of people. Just I mean, you take away the teddy bear and the word toy, and you would think this is a flyer for like a club promotion, a club visit. Like y'all couldn't have her send a picture where I don't know she had on, I don't know, a shirt. Hold on, y'all. Sorry about that, y'all. But yeah, if you took away the teddy bear and the word toy, you would think this is a promotion for a club night. It's just I need somebody in the equation to have some tact, some class, and some sense. But then again, when never mind, I ain't gonna say that, but I never heard of toys for tots or clothes for kids. Shade. True, but shade. I mean, I just reset. Let me go. I wanted to go to Tiffany's page because, of course, he ain't got nothing on his page. Zoom this in. Even this one, allegedly, is Sexy Red presents. Oh, I can't. There we go. All right. That just looks a hot mess. I wanted to get to this one particular. That's the same one we just saw. Now, who old ass mama and auntie out here? Is that the chicken head?
I always said they put something in them chickens. That they say. Put something in them big chickens. Look at them. Look what they got them doing. Hey, it's the big chicken head today. It's the big chicken head today. That big chicken head. Big chicken head. Big chicken. Show them in the body. Don't play with them. If they could. Even though she a baby chick, she ain't no OG. She a baby chick.
Made up put on some pants and somewhat of a shirt. Now, this is what I had a problem with.
Oh, somebody right there.
What is happening?
He's gonna be in the ER later.
He's 74. He's 17. What you doing in that old lady crack for?
Oh, somebody right there.
What is happening?
He's gonna be in the ER later.
Oh, wow.
We go 1, 2, 3.
I know that McDonald's is like, I wish y'all go to hell on. Whose granny is that? Right. You have enough. Right. Couldn't nobody on your staff go buy you a Christmas sweater or something to put on? Dang it. You would think so, right? I mean, what can go wrong at an innocent toy giveaway? You know what I'm saying? Never mind, we got titties all on the flyer, but I mean, what could be really go wrong? That is unsexy red. Coco, I saw you sneak up in here. Hello to you. Right. Sometimes I'll be like, okay, maybe I'm a little too bougie. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm a little too sedity or whatever. Maybe that's the oldness coming out of me. And sometimes it'd be right, but most of the time I'm like, nah, that shit's just trash. Club Toy Drive. Something. Man. But then again, this is the same city that let her go to remember, was it back in the summer or no, back in the spring? She went to the local high school to give out money for, to give out bundles and haircuts, I think. Not, trips to the stylist, bundles. And she was good enough to, be let into the public high school. So toys for thoughts. Yeah, she is. Right, at the McDonald's establishment. Like, I would never want to eat a cheeseburger from there. I don't know who asked and been on the grill. I don't know who titties is on the ice cream machine. I'm good. It just got the ghost and ambiance of unsexy red. I'm good. I won't even eat anything prepackaged. I don't want anything from that McDonald's. I don't even want water. All right. So over the weekend, an actor and singer and producer by the name of Christian Keys went on Instagram Live for about an hour, and he was sharing his story on how he's been sexually assaulted and propositioned by, depending on the story, it's one or two different Black billionaires. And he was telling his story and different stuff like that. And he said he wasn't going to name, he wanted to name names, but he's being advised not to just yet. And he's going to go to he wants to start an investigation, so he's going to talk to the police and things like that. And he was saying how he has all of his interactions recorded. He got smart. He said when you go into a lot of meetings with producers and directors, especially if it's private meetings, they want you to check in your phone. So he started using like recording devices hidden in like a writing pen, a keychain, something, disguisable. And so he has, all of these interactions recorded. And he was like, when you hear the voice, you'll automatically know who it is. And apparently, one of these mega Black powerful men in Hollywood offered him $100,000 just to take his clothes off. He was like, I don't want to do anything with you. I just, once you take your clothes off, I just want to see you naked. And Christian Keys refused. And apparently this high profile player has basically a roster of young guys that he keeps them on the payroll, and all they do is come over and fulfill whatever desires he has, and he keeps them on payroll. So and then another one, like they were in a meeting, whatever, and then the other person like groped him, and CK was like, "What the hell are you doing?" And the guy was like, "Oh, my bad," and then continued to do it again. So the rumor is that one is Tyler Perry, and this is all alleged, and one is Tyler Perry, because of course he got a lot of his notoriety for being in Tyler Perry plays, and he said something in the clip about this starting around 2005, and 2005 just happened to be when he was in his first Tyler Perry play. And I'm like, okay, but he's currently working with Tyler Perry on All the Queen's Men. So, I don't know. And then someone was trying to insinuate that the other billionaire, because it's supposed to be two billionaires, the other one is Bob Johnson, who used to own BET, who sold it to Viacom, and they were linking him because I think Christian said that one of the guys he was like, "How are you giving out scholarships to HBCUs and then doing stuff like that?" And I think it was like a year ago, 2 years ago, Bob Johnson had made the news because I think not only did he do scholarships, but he like paid off people's tuitions for HBCUs, stuff like that. So anyway, so that that's been kind of the story for the weekend. Funky Dineva got on and gave his opinion about the situation, and it had me feeling some type of way. That's it. I'm sorry, Ray, not Bob Johnson, Bob Smith. Take that back. I'm sorry. Yep, that's what it was. But anyway, Funky Dineva gave his opinion about the situation. And like I said, his viewpoint had me feeling some type of way, certain type of way. And I'm gonna play it for you guys, and y'all let me know what y'all think. Let's see.
A lot of men don't come forward.
Sorry.
Y'all, ever since the Me Too movement, as a society, we have been learning so much about rape, sexual harassment, sexual assault, and everything in between. And we're coming to realize that it doesn't just affect women, and that there are men who are touched by this thing as well. Recently, Christian Keys, the actor, model, producer, good-looking boy on the Tyler Perry page, y'all know him. He came out and said he's been sexually harassed by somebody rich and powerful in Hollywood, a billionaire, offered $100,000 to get naked. And the internet is speculating who it is. I know who it is. Want to talk about it? Here you go.
Now keep it in the back of your head that he knows who it is.
Nessa girl, I don't know if you heard or not, or if you smelled it, but Christian Keys don't set the whole damn internet on fire. Papa did a Instagram live vlog or a social media vlog where he revealed that just like so many others in Hollywood, he too has been sexually harassed. But the gag is the sexual harassment is not even a surprising part, right? It's sad to say, but being sexually harassed in Hollywood is almost expected. It's the who that's got people going crazy. And there's a lot for us to unpack and digest here. So I'm going to start from the beginning. I'm going to speak from the heart. There are times in this conversation, I'm here to tell you now, where things are going to sound a tad bit insensitive, but I'm just speaking purely from reaction, emotion, and how I felt, with no intention of trying to take away anything from Christian's experience, but these are just the things that were going through my mind. So when I first, let me back up and say, I met Christian Keys many years ago when he was filming Saints and Sinners. They were staying at the 12 Hotel in Atlantic Station. I used to live at the 12 Hotel in the Atlantic Station, and they would be down at the bar. He's a cool brother. He's my fraternity brother. You know, very cool cat from the little bit that I've interacted with him. When I first saw the video, in my mind, the first thing that was going through my mind is, can you please speed up your speech and get to the point? It gave me, I'm doing everything in my power to sit here and talk slow and garner sympathy. Again, I'm not trying to be mean or rude. I'm just saying what was going through my mind when I instantly looked at it. So I'm just looking at it and I'm like, Negro, please.
Side note, would you believe that he is 3 years younger than I am? Some will say.
Get to the point. It don't take 40 minutes for you to explain all of what was going on. And then I began to side-eye the situation, right? Because I'm just like, you know, how convenient is this? You know what I'm saying? Now, some people would argue that Cassie and the Diddy situation paved the way for people to feel more comfortable to come out with sexual assault claims against the Hollywood elite. And, you know, after Cassie doing so, Christian may have been emboldened or empowered to do so. But in the back of my mind, I honestly was feeling like, oh, he saw the check that Cassie got. Now he want to get his. That's honestly how I felt. And I'm going to explain to you why. We're learning that men can be sexually assaulted, men can be raped, and the impact of those can affect them just as harshly as the impacts of sexual assault and rape can affect women sometimes. But when it comes to sexual harassment, I'm not going to lie, there is a bit of a societal double standard that kind of leans in the favor of women. When a woman says it, she gains more sympathy. She gains more understanding because, you know, femininity, womanhood is viewed as fragile and beneath masculinity, right? The masculinity is the dominant force of nature. And, you know, how is it possible a man could be sexually assaulted? How is it possible that a man could be raped by another man? That's just kind of how society tends to feel. It's a double standard that may not be fair, but it works in the favor of women. But here is where things get a little complicated and convoluted for me. Being a Black gay boy, let me back up before I say, because some of y'all are going to say, Funky Dineva, he didn't say a name. How do you know the person is Black? I've been told who the person is, and I'm not going to reveal it because it's not my story to tell, okay? But the person is Black. With that being said, the first thing going through my mind was just all of the trauma that I went through as a gay boy coming up dealing with other Black men, right? And as a gay Black male, you learn very early on to not mess around with straight boys on that gay energy from fear of getting beat up. You get your ass beat. You often learn how to, if you lean on the more feminine side, you learn to butch it up when around straight men and in straight environments. Now, it has been my experience that when a gay male gets comfortable flirting with, coming on to, or making advances to a straight man, he has been signaled in such a way that has let him know it is safe for him to do that without getting his ass whooped. Okay? My experience. I'm not saying that's what Christian did, but these are just the things that were going through my mind, making me go.
This was the first thing that I had a problem with. So basically, he is saying that if this did happen, and Christian, because any male who's been associated with Tyler Perry at one point has been questioned about is he or isn't he, or whatever the case is. So he's saying that, if Christian is indeed straight identifying, and some gay man approached him, that Christian gave off something to let the man know it was okay. He gave some type of signal or did something to say it's okay to approach me. That is victim blaming all damn day. You're basically saying that Christian invited or set an atmosphere where the quote unquote gay man felt it was all right to approach him in that way. I hate that. And then you turn around in the same breath and say, I'm not victim blaming. Yes, you are. You're saying that if Christian Keys got advances from a gay guy, it was because somehow, somewhere, he made the other person feel comfortable enough. How come it couldn't be the fact that, unlike the typical, and I'm gonna say nigga out here, that Christian Keys, from interviews, stuff like that, seems to be a very easygoing, laid back guy. He doesn't exude a toxic masculinity. He's not part of the no homo / pause culture that's so prevalent out here. Can't even compliment a man's shoes without saying no homo. Bitch, who gets turned? Well, who on average gets turned on by shoes? But anyway, so he doesn't seem to me to be the type of person who's on guard and like, ooh, gay, bad. I don't even associate with dudes who wear pink. I chew my food with my mouth open, and anything else is gay. If you add sugar to your cereal, you're gay. If you use a straw, you're gay. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give off that aura. And to me, he also seems like somebody who is comfortable and confident within themselves, to whereas he doesn't tighten up and get tense if someone remotely rainbow affiliated approaches him. So Daniva, Funky, you want everybody to be toxic masculinity. I'm gonna beat your ass if you look at me with both eyes. That's what you want. And if a nigga is not that, then he's openly enticing others to come. I disagree with that so wholeheartedly. Wait, let me look at these comments before I click back in. Child, it's not dynamite. Someone in the comments, because I watched this earlier, someone in the comments talking about, it really must be a gift and a curse to be beautiful. If I could have went through the computer screen and slapped the hell out of whoever said that, there is positives and negatives to every situation out here. However, it is well known, and he says it in this video, beauty is currency. And if you are found to be conventionally attractive, that gets your foot in a lot of doors, and that opens up a lot of opportunities. And I'm sorry, you cannot tell me, it's a gift and a curse to be beautiful. No, it's a gift and a curse to be human. That's just how life is. But I don't want to hear the woes of the pretty. Oh my God, everywhere I go, it's people just looking at me. They just staring at me. They want to ask for my autograph. They want my phone number. They want to buy me a drink. Oh my God, it is just so stressful looking like this. Oh my God, I wish I was just normal and regular and basic looking like you. You don't know how easy you have it. Yeah, okay. Let me go.
The second thing that went through my mind is that there is a demographic out there of very good looking men, and undoubtedly Christian Keys is fine as all hell. He is extremely attractive. Just like women who understand that beauty is currency and their hips and ass and face can open up doors, get them rich husbands, get them jobs that they don't qualify. Men understand the same concept. They understand it so much so that you will find in a lot of gay clubs, drag bars, straight gay strip clubs, that straight men are the bartenders, the dancers, the security guards, the DJs, because they've realized that being straight, showing off their body, and selling the illusion of one day you might be able to come home with me garners them a hell of a lot more tips than they would make in a straight environment. I just don't see a world where another gay black man would step to Christian on some gay energy if he wasn't remotely signaled that Christian was down with the shit or Christian was open to suggestion. All right. And I'm not victim blaming here. I'm just explaining.
You literally just victim blamed, niggers.
If he wasn't remotely straight, showing off their body and selling the illusion of one day you might be able to come home with me garners them a hell of a lot more tips than they would make in a straight environment. I just don't see a world where another gay black man would step to Christian on some gay energy if he wasn't remotely signaled that Christian was down with the shit or Christian was open to suggestion. All right.
So what, in the words of sis, he wanted it and he got it. That's what you're saying?
And I'm not victim blaming here. I'm just
Yes, you are.
explaining my experience from my vantage point and how society kind of works with this male to male, gay to straight relationship thing. The impact may be the same as man on woman, but the song and dance, the courtship dance is a lot different. Now, there's an argument that could be made that goes, well, you know, said gay man, because he had so much money and power, knew for a fact that Christian wouldn't beat him up, Christian wouldn't out him, Christian wouldn't go to HR, Christian wouldn't do blah, 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 blah. Perhaps. But I still don't think the money and the power overrides the psychology. And based on the age of the said perpetrator, they really come from an age place where you'll get your ass beat for coming at a straight man that way. Additionally, you know, a lot of people in the comments were saying it couldn't have been me. I'd have whooped said person's ass. And you know what? I don't expect to hear any other response, especially from the Black community, and especially how homophobic the Black community could be. Those things don't lend themselves to Christian garnering a lot of sympathy from the general public. And again, let me reiterate, I'm not denying his experience. I'm not saying Christian is lying. I believe him. I believe everything he said happened. I believe him. All right. But I'm just simply explaining the reflex responses and reactions that I had.
So you believe that encounters happened. You just don't believe that it was unwanted by Christian. You believe that he somehow brought this upon himself by being inviting and enticing and alluring, is what you're saying.
As I was listening to this thing, listen, the Me Too movement taught me very well, man, woman, or flower pot, when somebody comes out with this type of thing, that you believe them. You know what I'm saying? And so I do believe Christian experienced what he experienced, but I also believe that there are some details that have been left out that make this thing make a little more sense. I am also of the belief and fully aware that attractive people use their beauty as entrance cards. All right. Christian is fully aware of how he looks physically, and granted, he can't help it. It was just something, you know, that happened by chance, via biology, whatever the case may be. And I do believe that Christian, just like many others, have leveraged his physicality to get places. And there's nothing wrong with that. You got to use what you want. I mean, use what you have to get what you want. But sometimes when you leverage your beauty, these are the types of things that happen. You invite unwanted advances. You know what I'm saying? And there are subtle things. Listen, and straight men, especially attractive straight men, they pull stunts and shows all the time. I can give y'all countless numbers of times where I have been at a bar or a party and a very good looking straight man will walk up or be in my vicinity. And if I'm ordering a drink, he'll try to slide a drink in there on my tab, or get you to buy them a drink, or get you to pay for their valet, or get you to do all these different things, because they are used to thirsty sissies fawning over them. And once they realize they have that power, and listen, these men are fully straight. They know.
Now, in my 43 years of being Black on Beyonce's earth, I have never heard any such stories like that, but quote unquote, speaking from personal experience.
Know good and damn well they don't have a gay bone in their body, but they'll take their free drink. You know, they'll be there with their shirt on and flex their chest or squeeze their bicep because they know that they can get something out of the said person. Beauty is currency. Beauty is currency. And you're not going to get me to believe that at no point in Christian's career did he ever not leverage his beauty to get places. I don't know what happened. I was not there. I did not watch, nor did I participate. But
and see, he keeps talking about that he knows that there's been times where Christian Keys has used his quote unquote beauty for leverage. You're acting like this man is world famous, you know, world renowned. He's acting like Christian Keys is on Will Smith level. Far from it. I'm pretty sure that the average white person really does not know who Christian Keys is. Christian Keys is a cultural, I'm not even gonna say celebrity. He's known in the culture. Like I said, he hasn't had a stellar career, you know, top-notch shows and in demand and things like that. He is a middle of the road person. He does things here and there, and that's it. Like I said, most people know him from the Tyler Perry plays, and different like made for BET, straight to DVD type movies. So if he was really leveraging his physical aesthetic, and he was really being enticing and alluring to people in the know that could really make or break his career, my personal opinion, I would think that he would have a lot more to show for it than what he does. Not knocking anything that he has done and not knocking his career, because he definitely has more money than I do. But if it was really that, he would be a lot more known and a lot more further in his career with more notoriety than what he has now. So no, I don't believe that.
But you're also not going to convince me that Christian is sitting home somewhere going through the mental anguish and agony that Cassie was. I think when it comes to sex, and again, it's another double standard that doesn't work in the favor of men. Men are better suited to mentally, psychologically, and emotionally detach from the act of sex. For men, oftentimes, it's just a physical act for pleasure, nothing more, nothing less. That's why they say a man will fuck anything. You get a man drunk after the club, he'll fuck the bottom of your shoe. You penetrate a woman, either she gonna go crazy, fall in love, or she's gonna feel taken advantage of if said penetration was unwarranted or unsolicited. You know what I'm saying? Women have a different connection to sex, a different vulnerability to sex, a different power dynamic to sex than men do. So while this may,
again, I call shenanigans. I even call shenanigans with this one, only because, and hear me out, I think it's the same anguish or similar anguish, but in a different aspect. Because for Christian, or just take the name out of it, for a man, for who all intents and purposes is straight, and so we'll say a black straight man, for him to have the knowledge and have to deal with the fact that he was sexually targeted, assaulted, mishandled, approached by another man, to this black straight man, it almost is like taking away his masculinity. Masculinity is such a fragile thing, especially in this time, and everybody wants to prove that they are the alpha dog, and if you not, if you ain't wearing your pants sagging, and toothpick in your mouth and talking about what up, bitch, you not a man. You know what I'm saying? So it's an extremely fragile thing. So for a man, and Christian Keys, I think, is about 50. So he would have been born somewhere in the 70s. Back then it was like yo manhood is your calling card. Your manhood is all you have. If you don't have your manhood, you ain't got nothing. So it almost feels like you're questioning your manhood, or does this make me less than a man because I let another man take advantage of me? Then it's I let someone take advantage of me versus I'm a victim. I can't be a victim because I'm a man, and men aren't victims. Men, are the hunters, not the hunted. So it is definitely stressful and mentally anguishing, just in a different perspective and just for different reasons. But I think it's still just as traumatizing, just in different ways. And then what was my second point? Oh my God, I gotta rewind this back just to get my second point. I'm sorry, y'all.
If said penetration was unwarranted
Oh,
or unsolicited.
men and women have different connections when it comes to sex. Mm-hmm. But for him to say that men can totally detach from the sexual act and women can't, it's bullshit. I tell you why. Prostitutes, ladies of the night, hookers, sex workers, female companions, escorts, whatever you want to label it. They are the perfect example of women being able to detach from the sexual experience and look at it as nothing but a transaction or a job. Doesn't mean anything. Check the back alleys, check the corners. Craigslist when it was active and popping. You women are able to detach just like men can. Again, just in different aspects. But don't paint a woman to be just this fragile flower that can't handle nothing. You know, they just so weak, so helpless, so distressful. They ain't worth shit. Basically, is what he's saying. If you're a woman and a man bump up against you too hard, oh, it's just over with. Just lay out on the ground and cry like a white woman. You're done for. You're done for. You ain't worth nothing. You ain't no good no more. It's basically what he's giving me. All right, I'm gonna get off my soapbox for a second.
Solicited. You know what I'm saying? Women have a different connection to sex, a different vulnerability to sex, a different power dynamic to sex than men do. So while this may have happened to Christian, and I'm sorry that it did, you're not going to be able to convince me that he just was sitting somewhere, can't go on with his life, and that he was just so distraught. Now again, it don't make it right. It does not make what happened to him right. It doesn't. But I'm not going to lie. It's giving me, let me hop on the bandwagon a little bit and see what I could get. Shit, she just got a big payout. I got a story to tell. Let me tell mine and see what I could get. That's really what it's giving me. And I hate to be mean, but
that's not what it's giving it, because one thing I can respect about Christian Keys is that in his video, he made it be known that he waited until that New York, I forget what it's called, but it was the program they had where victims who had otherwise reached the normal statute of limitations, they had 1 year, and it expired on Thanksgiving this year. They had 1 year to report crimes, no matter how old they were, no matter how old the victim was, no matter how old the case was. They had a year to report, and that's how Cassie was able to get there. She got there at the last minute. But Christian made it explicitly clear that he purposely waited for that statute to run out, because he said it's not a money grab for him. It's not about making somebody pay financially. To me, it gives, he wants justice and vindication by exposure. Like, I don't want anything from you, nor do I need anything from you. I don't need anything in my pockets. What I want is to, and this is just my outlook, I want to free myself of this burden or this thing that's been hanging on my shoulders for these X amount of years. I want justice. I want the world to know what you did to me, and that will alleviate this burden off of me. I don't need the money. I don't need clout or anything like that. That's what it gives me. Just my outlook. Well, most of the time when it comes to assault and things like that, sexual assault, there's a statute of limitations to where the case is too old. You know, it, like, let's say the statute of limitations is 7 years. So if we 8 years out, it's too late to do anything, you know, at least criminally. I don't know about civil suits, but it's too late to do that. Or, and I think it was the case for New York, the age of the person. So with that year program they had, there was no statute. Don't care how long ago it was. Don't care how old you are now. You still have a year to report. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the time it's a time frame. Once the statute is up, can't do nothing about it. And statutes, for the most part, are static, unless it ties into a different crime. So let's just say a RAPE happened 13 years ago, but somehow it's connected to a murder that happened, 5 years ago. Well, the statute of limitations on the RAPE case is gone. We can't do nothing about that. But this murder case, we can do something about that. But then again, I'm not a lawyer, so
that's what it's giving me. And it sucks, right? Because a lot of people can look at my commentary right now and say, Funky Naniva, what you're saying out of your mouth right now is the reason why a lot of men don't come forward. I acknowledge that. I respect that. I accept that. I recognize the fact that what I'm saying right now lends itself to men staying and hiding sometimes and staying in the closet. And I take full responsibility for that. But I'm also not going to dishonor myself and not tell the truth about how I feel in this situation. The person who did this to Christian is dead wrong, and they deserve.
Side note, just to break up some of the seriousness, wouldn't it be just funky and nasty if we found out like 15 years later that Funky Dineva and Andrew hunched?
Any and every consequence that can be levied upon them if they truly did leverage their power and influence to get Christian to act in a way that he instinctually would not have acted. It is wrong. I mean, there is a world where it's very easy for us to say, why didn't you say no? Fuck that job, walk away. There's another way you could have gone. That's a very easy argument for those of us on the outside to make. But there is a world where somebody is so desperate, and not desperate in a negative, connotation as in destitute or begging, but there's a world where somebody is so desperate to achieve their dream that
You're welcome.
Desperation can be weaponized and leveraged against that person. And maybe that's what happened. Maybe Christian felt that he had to be quiet, or maybe Christian felt that he had to oblige because his desire to reach where he was trying to go in Hollywood was greater than the angst and the discomfort that engaging in said act or accepting said advances levied upon him. And
see, there you go, victim blaming again. You saying that his desire to be upward in the Hollywood machine was greater than his discomfort in engaging in these acts. So now you're saying that he engaged willingly in these alleged acts to further his career. But I go back to what I said before. His career, all due respect, is nothing to write about. I don't think he's, other than BET, he has not been on any major networks. He hasn't had any mainstream movies. He even, I think, had an album that I didn't know anything about. So that defeats your purpose, DeFunky.
that's the simple answer. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be a big actor so bad that I went along with it. You know what I'm saying? And depending on your moral compass, some people could say, well, you know, you have an ethics issue, you have a moral issue, you compromised your own morals for the sake of chasing Hollywood, and I wouldn't do that. And it's very easy to say what you would and would not do in a certain situation. um Again, I want to point out, you know, when you look at Christians um body size, how muscular he is, um it doesn't favor him in the area of garnering sympathy the same way we look at a man at a woman when it comes to the power dynamic, because men tend to be bigger, and we are indoctrinated to believe that women are these soft, fragile flowers that need to be protected. We're not used to looking at men as soft, fragile things that can be manipulated sexually by outside forces. And so that's why the response to Christian is not going to be the same response that a woman gets, although perhaps it should be. Because I'm sure the mental gymnastics, the you know, the regret and all those other negative feelings that one feels after enduring something like this are the same between the sexes. Now, I did an Instagram.
Didn't he just said that the anguish and the mental and all that good stuff is the same between the sexes, but didn't he just say like 15 minutes ago that he knows for a fact that Christian Keys is not suffering the same anguish that Cassie did? Which one is it?
Post where I asked, was Christian looking for justice or was he looking for attention? Because you rambled for 40 minutes and you didn't even give us a name. And so for me, it was like, well, without giving us a name, you just stirring up shit on the internet. And why are you talking to us and not a police officer or not an attorney? I'm not going to lie to you. I still think that there's a certain level of attention seeking rooted in all of this, because I think the appropriate course of action before you came to the internet would have been to go to the police and to go to your attorney. I didn't watch the whole 40-minute video because Christian was just talking too damn slow. And I'm not going to lie to you, the solemn and somber acting, I just kind of saw through it and it was kind of annoying me, so I turned it off. But the people told me that he does plan to go to the police and does plan to get the authorities involved. I'm going to be very honest with you. I don't think that's going to happen. My spirit simply tells me we will not get a name or a police report. And if we do, I have no problem coming back and eating my words. I honestly do not believe we're going to get a name or a police report. I don't. Now, maybe that could be part of Christian strategy. Whoever it is that did this, they know that they did it. They know that they did it. And perhaps, unlike Diddy, said person will step to the plate and probably settle the situation before it even gets that big, if that's the situation. But y'all mark my words, we're not going to get a name. We're not going to get a name, and we're not going to get a police report in the situation. Now, where I do take slight issue with Christian is that a lot of people are catching stray bullets right now. And you cannot tell somebody how to come out, tell somebody how to tell their story, tell somebody how to feel. But I do believe, especially as people who are in influential positions, such as actors, entertainers, and athletes, that you do carry a certain level of social responsibility. And then, too, when you recognize that the Hollywood elite amongst the Blacks is very few, Christian, you see social media, you see the responses, and you see all the names that people are calling out. I think that it's imperative that if you're not going to say who it is, that you say who it is not. All right. And yeah, there's an argument to be made that in saying who it is not, that's going to directly pinpoint who it is. Oh, well, truth be told, you've already given enough context clues for people to deduce who it is. And it's who y'all think it is. Okay. You've already given enough context clues. If you look through the names of people that they are throwing out on the list, the name is recurring. I think that it's imperative that you exonerate those that have nothing to do with this, because what ends up happening now, people could have projects on the table right now, or people could be in talks with people right now, and in the back of people's minds that make the decision, they may put somebody's project on hold because they want to see how this thing plays out, and this thing may not even have anything to do with said person. So, you know, Christian, if you it's kind of weird, right? Because on one token, you know, the injured party has to deal with their injury and may not even have the emotional or mental capacity to help out others. But Christian, my brother, you're gonna have to find a way to exonerate those people who have nothing to do with this expeditiously. Now, I don't know if you're actually going to go file the police report. You're going to do that pretty soon. Then it'll all be out there. But sooner than later, I think just on some black man shit, on some
I did too, Beauty. That was one of the very few things I could agree about. Even though I don't know how you would do it though, because if I'm just speculating. Let's just say there's a list of 5 people, you know, whose names are bantered around. You know, Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C, Mr. D, and Mr. E. How can you eliminate? How can you tell us that it's not Mr. A, it's not Mr. B, it's not Mr. C, and it's not Mr. D, without, by process of elimination, saying, well, it was Mr. E? So I agree with it, but it's like, how do you do that though? Yeah, how do you do it though?
There's not that many of us in Hollywood that control things, and that I don't want to maim those brothers, that you need to come out and say who it was not. All in all, y'all, I hope that this situation gets resolved. Christian Keys, what you did, I think, was brave, just as long as your intentions are pure and that this is not an attention-seeking money grab. You know, if your intentions are pure. If they're not pure, the universe will take care of you one way or another. But Christian Keys, Terry Crews, and others like them have shown us that these things do happen to men as well. But I just thought it was important to y'all that I break down some of the nuance between the male to male interactions, because while it may appear to be the same on the surface when it's man to woman.
But that's the thing, Defunky, you didn't break down shit. All you did was victim blame and say why you don't believe him and why I don't think it happened. And there's things, there's pieces of the puzzle missing. You didn't explain any nuance. You didn't break down or decipher any damn thing. You gave your opinion on the situation. Let's not get it twisted, okay?
It's a little more nuanced than that, and especially when you talk about within the Black community and you layer in religion and homophobia and all of those other things, it's a bit more convoluted than that. And this situation has me challenging my own beliefs, my own experiences. It has me doubtful in certain areas. It has me questioning, you know, what was the precursor to said advances. I don't know. My mind is just all over the place. In the words of my co-host Al Reynolds, something in the milk just ain't clean. And something in the milk with this one just ain't clean. With the Cassie situation, it was cut and dry. My spirit was like, oh, cut and dry. No room for interpretation, no room for ambiguity. Nothing is vague. He did everything that the paper said. With this Christian situation, my spirit is telling me there is far more to the story, and that
No, your spirit is telling you because Cassie named who it was. That's why you believed her. Christian Keys right now is not naming who it was, and that's why you have doubts. That's it. Don't try to sugarcoat it. And please don't try to blame it on your spirit, Andrew.
Christian was a participant on some minute level or another. Sorry, not sorry. That's all I got. Ain't got no more. If you're new to my channel, be sure to like and subscribe. And let's drop down in the comments and talk about it and see how everybody feels.
Feel like you was on some bullshit. I will say this though. You know, a lot of people, including people in our comments, you know, are questioning why it was rolled out the way it was with the video saying but not really saying and all that good stuff, and how he was taking long to, you know, get to no point. And it just kind of dawned on me sitting here kind of re-listening and watching the comments. Everybody handles trauma in their own way. There is no textbook way of how to deal with trauma, mental anguish, distress, and things like that. There's no clear-cut way. This is the right way. This is not the right way. There's no guidebook. There's no pattern of speech, no certain buzzwords, nothing. It is person to person, victim to victim, and that's, to me, that's the way it came out. I watched the majority of the video, and again, to me, I'm not even gonna say my spirit, I'm just gonna say what I got was someone who can no longer handle the mental burden and weight that it's been putting on him, and he is desperate to get this off of him and to get this out of him. And he was trying to find the words to say, not to mess up, not to, you know, endanger anybody or something like that. And he was being advised not to say who it was by his brother. And that's just how it came out, you know. And when you're unleashing those feelings and those thoughts, it's not going to always come out like a perfect water stream coming out of a faucet. It's going to drip out sometimes. It's going to sputter. There may be a blockage in it where we get one drip and then the next drip ain't coming for about 20 minutes. There, like I said, there is no framework in how to vent and how to release that negativity that's around you. So we cannot say in good judgment, you know, pick apart his approach. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, that's that. I'm just, yeah, it would be wrong of us as compassionate humans to be like, oh, because he was stuttering or it was taking him a long time to formulate his thoughts, there were gaps and stuff like that, that something was wrong. Let's not do that. Let's not be those people, okay? Let us be open-minded. And my final thought is, let's just see what happens. I'm not saying anybody's guilty or innocent. I'm saying so far I believe him, but let's see what happens. You know, let's see where the chips may fall. And I will say this: I hope it's not a concocted situation. I don't think it is. Like I said, he's never struck me as that type of person to do that. But we'll just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? Could be, because that would be a lot for a guy to deal with. You know what I'm saying? That would be a whole nother 17 cement walls that would have to be broken through. You know, it's enough to be groped by, someone and made to feel like a victim where you're supposed to be the dominant person, and all of a sudden now you're made to be submissive, the lesser person. That's bad enough to deal with, but you add that into the equation, yes. So again, we will see what happens, and that's it. So I appreciate y'all for joining me for a late night service. I really appreciate y'all. I had to get that off my spirit, though. That had been kind of sitting on me since earlier today, and I really wanted to get it off, and I really wanted to get you guys involved in the conversation, because I love having these types of discourses, where we have different viewpoints and experiences when it comes to these different situations. And it's always good to see how other people view things, and like I said, to see other people's experiences and situations and things like that. So I appreciate y'all for joining with me on tonight, and everybody that participated in the chat. I really appreciate you all. I love you all. I'm getting tired, so my brain is shutting down. So let me get off here before I start rambling and start talking in Spanish tongues like a certain naked mole rat that we know that wears furs and PVC vinyl tracksuits to the McDonald's parking lot, who's going to remain nameless. Caldwell. Anyway, let me get off of here, love. Love you guys. Have a good night. Sleep well, be blessed, and we'll be back on soon. 2020.